Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yakrapatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Paramananda Madhavam. We have completed up to verse number 21. Am I right? Now we go into another topic of sadhana. Not that so far what is being explained is not sadhana. In Vedanta, sadhana is threefold: Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. But somehow stupidly, we don't consider Shravana, Manana as sadhana. I don't know where and how this bug of foolishness entered our head. Sadhana means what? You have to sit quiet, do something, that is sadhana. And study, that is not sadhana. Listening to Shastra, not sadhana. Getting our doubts clarified, not sadhana. That is some erroneous thinking. The most important thing in sadhana first is to understand. And that understanding takes mega time. Meaning it takes lots of time. And we must be patient for that. Like how when we teach children, we exhibit enormous patience, is it not? Except parents, others exhibit enormous patience. Lot of patience is there. Once, twice, thrice. So many times the child makes mistakes. Still they patiently explain till it understands. The same way, a lot of effort has to be put to help the mind understand. Very important. Of the three sadhanas, understanding, has got two levels: Shravana, Manana. Shravana we usually think as listening. The word Shravana means listening. But in Vedanta, when we say listening, that listening is with the intent. And what is the intent? The intent is to understand the essence of the teaching. Essence of the teaching. You see, the essence of the teaching, if you can grasp, then everything fits into the overall map. There is a central point. And that central point is connected to everything which is being taught. So this kind of mapping of the Vedantic thought is called Shravana. What did I say? This kind of mapping of the Vedantic thought is called Shravana. Shravana is listening, yes, but listening with the intent. What is the intent? To understand. Okay, listening with the intent to understand is Shravana. Next question, understand what? Listening with an intent to understand the essence of Vedanta is Shravana. Listening with the intent to understand the essential thought or the teaching of Vedanta is Shravana. Now what happens because of that? The whole teaching gets mapped in your mind. Like here also you see the whole teaching has got mapped in your mind. Should have got mapped into your mind. Then it is called Shravana. Now I will ask you some questions. You see if it is all mapped in your mind. Okay? Some questions I will ask. What are the two seeming types of consciousness? Answer? Atman, Brahman. Right? So now you have, so one is Tvam, another is Tat. And with respect to Tvam, what Viveka we did? Drig-Drishya-Viveka, mapped out. With respect to outside, Tat, Brahman, what Viveka we did? Karana-Karya Viveka, mapped out. With Drig Drishya Viveka, what is that we understand to be self? Sakshi, pure consciousness, mapped out. With Karana-Karya Viveka, what is that we understand to be reality? Brahman, of the nature of Saccidananda, mapped out. Now, all the theory which goes around is to bring this idea to our mental space. It's a scaffolding, you see, in which the building is built. Now suppose, let us say for example, all these things have happened, and what do you finally understand? You understand Saccidananda here, Saccidananda outside. That's what finally you understand. And because Saccidananda here and Saccidananda outside, there is only one Saccidananda. Therefore, what does it mean? It means that all-pervasive Saccidananda and this seeming self Saccidananda is only one. Now, the examples also fit into it. Like how? Then you will say, you will take some examples, like how the H2O in the water and H2O in the ocean is only one H2O. Mapped out. Now, instead of this kind of, what you call chart, this kind of mental mapping, instead of this, suppose a student were to go in this kind of direction. Which kind of direction? What are the examples used in Advaita Vedanta, and what are the beauties of those examples? And then one says, in the Vedic period also, people knew that there were horses. Iron was very prevalent. Why? Iron was very prevalent because all ornaments are made up of iron. In the Vedic period, ornaments were very, very important because every example in Vedanta, most of the examples have got ornaments. Now, it is not that this person has not understood. This person has not gone the route, the Vedantic mapping is supposed to take one. This is not Shravana. Even though a person doing this kind of work can get even a PhD degree and can become a professor, all these things are possible. But this is not Shravana. What is Shravana? Shravana is a mental mapping whereby you understand that the entire Vedantic thought converges into Jiva Brahmaikya. So you know Jiva Brahmaikya is the Samanvaya. What is the word I used? Samanvaya. Samanvaya means what? The whole Vedantic teaching integrates into this essence. This is Shravana, which itself, takes some time. After this thought mapping has happened, then the question is, are you clear with it? Have you grasped it? Do you see that the Drik and the Drishya has become one? Do you see that? Do you see in ignorance the Drik and the Drishya have been superimposed on each other? Do you see? Now, that also takes. So, do you see means what? Is it clear for you? Intellectually clear for you? Swamiji, what do you mean Drik and Drishya has become one? The Jiva Bhava has been superimposed on the self, on the Sakshi. Now, what is Jiva Bhava? Jiva Bhava is threefold. What is that? Jnatritva, Kartritva, Bhoktritva. That you see as your property. That you see as your nature. Now, do you understand? This is called Manana. Once you map the entire thought of Vedanta, you see if there are any lacuna in your comprehension. You understand this, but you don't understand how this thought fits into this. You find thought going up to here, okay, and from here also up to there, okay, but in between there is a question mark and the gap is not filled up. So enabling the thought to move smooth is called manana. Thought should go smooth. Suppose I tell you that the world, every object, the world has got 5 nature. Immediately the mind should call asti, bhati, priya, rupa, nama. And that should just go. There should not be anywhere. No. Should go. One go. To just like a racing car. Yeah, that's how asti bhati priya. Priya. No. Just. So one is thought mapping, another is thought movement ease. Ease of thought movement. All these things can be said in technical language also. Prameyagata samshaya should go away. Doubt with respect to what you have understood through the Vedanta pramana should go away. But finally what it amounts to? It amounts to ease of thought movement. You're so clear that everything is crystal clear for you. There's no iota of confusion or doubt. It takes a lot of time. So at the end of Shravana and Manana, what is there? Crystal clear clarity. This is sadhana. Please don't think this is not sadhana. This is sadhana. Atmavare drashtavya shrotavyo mantavyo nididhyasitavya. Now on this foundation alone, the next sadhana can be built, which is called as nididhyasana or absorption. We also saw this term coming as samādhim. Absorption. What do you absorb yourself in? You can, in Vedanta, you absorb yourself in clarity. Absorb yourself in clarity. Absorption. You is what here? The mind, the intellect. The mind and intellect absorbs itself in clarity. Swamiji, if I am clear, why should I absorb myself in clarity? I should know crystal clear that my nature is Saccidananda. Over. And I should know very clearly the world that I see is Asti Bhati Priya, Saccidananda. Asti is Sat, Bhati is Chit, and Priya is Ananda. That's what I should know. And then I should know that starting from Linga, starting from the subtle Sukshma, up to the entire world is only nāmarūpē. This is what I should know. And Swamiji, by the grace of the Lord, by the grace of the Guru, I have understood this, Swamiji. I have no doubts. One says all those things. Very happy, congratulate yourself, but that's not the end of the journey. Why it is not the end of the journey? This understanding has not seeped in. And because the understanding has not seeped in, these words do not ring as me. Sat, Chit. Anybody feels, hi. Anybody feels like that? Sat. All of us are listening as a philosophical concept, not as somebody is telling about me. We don't self-identify. Because why? We are still identified with the body, mind and intellect. Identified with the body, mind and intellect, we study Vedanta as though we are studying about some Atman. Occasionally we do think they are talking about me. And then we say, wow, today's session, was so revelatory, was so fine. That is those kind of, gaps that, that the clouds have moved and the sun is showing itself. But that's only for some time. Again, the clouds cover. So clarity we have got, but the clarity has not soaked itself. In Tiruvannamalai, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's ashram, Ramana Maharshi also used to go and sit and listen to the lectures. So great scholars will come, very great scholars at those times, and they used to deliver their Upanishad talk or Gita talk. So Ramana Maharshi used to come and sit in the back and listen, quietly listen to all those things. So somebody asked Ramana Maharshi, we are listening because we are ignorant. Why are you coming and listening? Ramana Maharshi said, it seems, I'm just seeing what the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita are all talking about me. What I mean is that feeling that Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Nirgunam, Nishchalam, Nishkriyam, Shantam, Shivam, Sundaram, Asti, Bhati, Priya are all about me. They are talking about me. Not about Brahman, not about Atman. Something that should happen. That happens how? That happens by absorption. Meaning what? That Brahman, what I have studied, it's me, I understand by Shravana Manana, by Tattvamasi, everything I understand. But that should resonate very, very deeply in me. That happens by the third sadhana, nididhyasana. Gulab Jamun and Rasgulla? No? What happens? After they make the Gulab Jamun, they soak it in that syrup. Or not? And then it truly becomes that's Gulab Jamun. That is called as samadhi. Making the mind intellect Gulab Jamun. That thing also what they make now, that Gulab Jamun thing, I think they fry it up first. No? That's also tasty. Have you eaten that? Yes, that's also nice. But when you put in the syrup, then it truly becomes, it has become soaked, ota prota. That syrup has entered inside totally and it has changed the very texture. The same way, knowledge to change the very texture of our mind and intellect takes time. That is called as samadhi. The word samadhi itself means absorption. Helping the mind, intellect absorb the knowledge is called samadhi. Helping the Gulab Jamun absorb the syrup is called samadhi for Gulab Jamun. Same way. Okay? That is what we have to see now. And therefore, practice of samadhi is to enable the clarity becoming a self-experience. Without clarity, samadhi has got zero meaning. Because what is the purpose of samadhi? The purpose of samadhi is to help clarity become self-experience. In other words, samadhi is to help paroksha jnana become aparoksha jnana in technical terminology. Usually paroksha jnana is called as Brahma Asti, paroksha jnana. Aparoksha jnana is called as Brahma Asmi. But sometimes Brahma Asmi is also paroksha. What do you mean is also paroksha? Is also superficial. Okay, Swamiji, understood. What did you understand? First, Shravana Manana gives clarity, Nididhyasana gives, Nididhyasana, Samadhi gives that soaking of the knowledge into the mind and intellect, and because of it, what happens? That Paroksha Jnana becomes Aparoksha Jnana. Understood? How is it done? How is it done? Now, we are going to start that. Verse number 22 onwards. Okay.
upēkṣya nāmarūpē dve saccidānandatatparaḥ samādhim sarvadā kuryād hrdi thavā bahiḥ upēkṣya nāmarūpē dve saccidānandatatparaḥ samādhim sarvadā kuryād hrdi thavā bahiḥ.
upēkṣya nāmarūpē dve saccidānandatatparaḥ samādhim sarvadā kuryād hrdi thavā bahiḥ. Okay? Upēkṣya, disregarding, not being carried away, staying distanced, staying udāsīna. Staying udāsīna, indifferent. Being indifferent. Being indifferent to what? Nāmarūpē dve. Being indifferent to Nama and Rupa. What do you mean nāmarūpā? Asti, bhati, priyam, rupa, nama. Staying indifferent to two of the five. Staying indifferent to two of the five means what? These three are Sacchidananda and these two are Jagat. So staying indifferent to Nama Rupa means what? Staying indifferent to Jagat. What is Jagat? Jagat is Srishti, creation. What is creation? Creation is what? Creation is nāmarūpa prasārana. Remember? Creation is a spreading of name and form. Okay, creation is a spreading of name and form on Sacchidananda. But from what to what is creation? Lingādi Brahmandantam. Yes? Starting from the Sukshma up to the entire realm of the world. Upēkṣya, being udāsīna. Being udāsīna, being indifferent. Now, you can be indifferent to this Nama Rupa, meaning you can be indifferent to Lingādi Brahmandanta in two ways. One, inside yourself, you can disregard the jiva. What is jiva? This reflected consciousness falling upon the mind intellect, falling upon the mental stuff, and falling upon the mental stuff, this reflected consciousness becomes an object of the aham vritti. And then this reflected consciousness illuminates the mind also. And this reflected consciousness with the I vritti connects with the body. Yes, you remember all those things? And this reflected consciousness plus all these things is a jiva. Now when you say disregarding Nama Rupa means what? Disregarding this entire realm, what we just now said as jiva, and focusing attention on the consciousness. That's one way. And what's the next way? The next way is disregarding Nama Rupa, the five aspects. The Nama Rupa in the five aspects and focusing on Asti, Bhati and Priya. So, Saccidānandatatparaḥ, a person who is focused on Saccidānanda can practice this kind of samadhi in two manners. Samādhim sarvadā kuryād. Let him practice absorption. Who? Saccidānandatatparaḥ. The one whose focus is on Saccidananda, let him practice absorption. By first disregarding nāmarūpē, focusing on that Saccidananda, let him practice this twofold samādhi. What are the twofold samādhi? Hrdi va athava bahiḥ. Twofold samādhi. One is a samādhi within hrdi. Hrdi means within here. Hrdi means with respect to the sakshi. With respect to the witness consciousness. So absorption, one samādhi is with respect to the inner consciousness. And another absorption is with respect to what? The asti bhati priya, the Saccidananda in the world. What has happened so far? So far we have seen what is the essence of Tvampada. In the Mahavakya Tattvamasi, we have seen the essence of Tvampada, the lakshyartha of Tvampada. What is the lakshyartha of Tvampada? Sakshi. What is the lakshyartha, the essence of the Tatpada? The entire Tatpada is what? Tatpada is the entire realm. That we saw as Brahman. What is the nature of Sakshi? Saccidananda. What is the nature of this realm? Truth of the realm? Saccidananda. Asti bhati priya. Is it not? Now one should practice meditation. Hrdi bahiḥ. Absorption with respect to the Sakshi, absorption with respect to Brahman. So now make your chart. Samādhi. Twofold. Right? Usually we make Samādhi. One. Antaha. Inside. Two. Bahiḥ. Outside. So two kinds of absorption you practice. The absorption inside and the absorption outside. When you say absorption inside, what do you mean? Absorption in Sakshi. With respect to Sakshi. Absorption outside means what? Absorption with respect to Brahman. Sakshi, what is the nature of Sakshi? Saccidananda. What is the nature of Brahman? Saccidananda. So in this way, practice two kinds of samādhis. Samādhim sarvadā kuryāddhṛdayē. Okay, now explaining further and dividing. Now we have two kinds of samādhi, is it not? One is the inside, another is the outside. What are the words you will use for inside? Antaha, hrdi. Let us use the word antaha, inside. And outside, bahiḥ. So samādhi is twofold. Antaha, bahiḥ. Right? Now this antaha samādhi is threefold. So you have to make your chart. Samādhi, antaha, bahiḥ. This antaha is threefold. This bahiḥ also is threefold. This inside samādhi, inside absorption is threefold. Outside absorption is also threefold. Swamiji, threefold means what? Please tell us. Next verse.
savikalpō nirvikalpaḥ samādhird vividhō hrdi drśyaśabdānuvēdhēna savikalpaḥ punardvidhā savikalpō nirvikalpaḥ samādhird vividhō hrdi dṛśyaśabdānuvēdhēna savikalpaḥ punardvidhā.
What did we do? Samādhi. Right? Divided into twofold. Antaha, bahiḥ. Right? This antaha, we said, is totally three, is it not? Totally three. Now, how do you make the three? Let's do this way. Samadhi, antaha, bahiḥ. Antaha you take. This antaha is first you divide into two. Savikalpa, nirvikalpa. Samadhi, antaha, bahiḥ. Take antaha, divide into two. What is the two? Savikalpa, nirvikalpa. Okay? Savikalpa you make into two. Okay? First from top you go, huh? First what is there? Top heading, Samadhi. Divide into two. Antaha, bahiḥ. Antaha divide into two. Savikalpa, nirvikalpa. Okay? This savikalpa you divide into two. Swamiji, how do you name it? First one you call it as drśyanuviddhā. Drśyanuviddhā. Dṛśyānuviddhā. Dṛśyānuviddhā. Okay? I'll explain later what it is. Then the next one is saccidānandaḥ. Okay? So now you have two kinds of savikalpa samadhi. One is what? Dṛśyanuviddhā. Second is saccidānandaḥ. And then savikalpa is over. And then you have nirvikalpa. So totally you have three samadhis in antaha. Yes? Two of them are savikalpa, one is nirvikalpa. All of you have got it? So can you tell me what are the three samadhis of the inside? Dṛśyanuviddhā, saccidānandaḥ, nirvikalpa. This dṛśyanuviddhā and saccidānandaḥ are what type? Savikalpa. So can I say first one is dṛśyanuviddhā savikalpa samadhi? Can I say? Second one is what? Saccidānandaḥ savikalpa samadhi. Third one is what? Nirvikalpa samadhi. All of them come under which kind of samadhi? Antaha. So if you want to really say antaha, dṛśyanuviddhā savikalpa samadhi, antaha saccidānandaḥ savikalpa samadhi, antaha nirvikalpa samadhi. Very good. Got it? Shall we say that again, the names? 1. Antaha dṛśyanuviddhā savikalpa samadhi, antaha saccidānandaḥ savikalpa samadhi, antaha nirvikalpa samadhi. 3. The same thing will also happen for bahiḥ also. Same thing. When it comes we will see. But there also division will happen. Bahiḥ will be divided into two. Savikalpa, nirvikalpa. And the savikalpa will become 2. I think we should do it now itself and make the chart complete. Yeah? When it comes, we will again read the verse what is there. But the chart is over now. So samādhim, big heading on top. Then break into 2. Antaha, bahiḥ. Then antaha break it into 2. Savikalpa, nirvikalpa. Then savikalpa now divide into 2. Dṛśyanuviddhā, saccidānandaḥ. Anuviddha means mixed. Okay? We will come to that later. I am not telling now. Means mixed. Mishra, that is the meaning of anuviddha. Now go to bahiḥ. Then bahiḥ, then you will divide into savikalpa, nirvikalpa. Savikalpa you will divide into 2. Dṛśyanuviddhā, saccidānandaḥ. So here again you will have 3. Is it not? Dṛśyanuviddhā, bahiḥ dṛśyanuviddhā savikalpa samadhi, bahiḥ saccidānandaḥ savikalpa samadhi, bahiḥ nirvikalpa samadhi. So totally how many samadhis are there? 6. And there is an order also. With respect to anta, there is an order. With respect to bahiḥ also there is an order. Order means what? Step 1, step 2, step 3. Like that you have to go. What is step 1? Step 1 is dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samādhi. Step 1. If you take antaha, 3 steps. If you take bahiḥ, also 3 steps. Step 1 is antaha dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samādhi. And from there you go to antaha shabdānuviddha savikalpa samādhi. And finally you will go to antaha nirvikalpa samādhi. That is the order, krama. And here what will be the order? Bahiḥ dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samādhi. Then you will go to bahiḥ shabdānuviddha savikalpa samādhi. Then you will go to bahiḥ nirvikalpa samādhi. This order. Now you see the verse. This mapping should be there. Okay? I'll give you 1 minute time. Put this map in your head. Or put it in your paper. Very clear it should be. Should not forget it. If you forget it, the whole thing will mess up. Clear? Clear? What is the meaning of samadhi? What would you say in English? Absorption. Samadhi is of 2 types. Good. Samadhi is of 2 types. What is it? Antaha bahiḥ. Anta samadhi is of 2 types. Savikalpa, nirvikalpa. Savikalpa is of 2 types. dṛśyanuviddhā. Correct? Okay. Now you see verse number 23. savikalpō nirvikalpa samādhird vividhō hrdi. Hrdi in the inside. Antaha. So savikalpaḥ, nirvikalpaḥ, samādhiḥ, dvividhā. Dvividhā, dviprakārah, 2-fold. With respect to what? Hrdi. With respect to the inside. Okay. And then this savikalpa becomes 2-fold. dṛśyaśabdānuvēdhēna savikalpaḥ punardvidhā. Again you can divide the savikalpa into 2-fold. What is that? dṛśyānuviddha, śabdānuviddha. The word anuviddha goes with both. dṛśyānuviddha, śabdānuviddha. In this way, savikalpa again becomes 2-fold. So chart making the author has completed. Now he goes on to explain. What do you mean by dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samādhi? What do you mean by shabdānuviddha savikalpa samādhi? What do you mean by nirvikalpa samādhi? With respect to the inside. With respect to the inside means what? With respect to the sakshi. With respect to outside means what? With respect to Brahman. That's all. Okay. Now shall we go to verse number 24? 1 minute. 24, what are we going to see? dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samādhi. Antaha. So you want to say antaha dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samādhi is 24. What will be 25? Antaha shabdānuviddha savikalpa samādhi. That will be 25. What will be 26? Antaha nirvikalpa samādhi. You see? Okay. Now 24. Antaha dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samādhi. Okay.
kāmādyāścittagā dṛśyāः तत्साक्षित्वेन cētanam dhyāyēddṛśyānuviddhō samādhih savikalpakaḥ kāmādyāścittagā drśyāः tatsākṣitvēna cētanam dhyāyēddṛśyānuviddhō samādhih savikalpakaḥ.
All right. Drishya anuviddha. And this anuviddha, drishya anuviddha is part of what? Savikalpa samadhi. Is it not? So what do you mean by drishya anuviddha savikalpa samadhi? So you see how many words are there in that. Drishya is there. Anuviddha is there. Savikalpa is there. Samadhi is there. In this only one word we know so far. We know only samadhi. Samadhi means absorption. Absorption, the knowledge. So what do you mean by drishya anuviddha savikalpa? The word drishya we know. What is drishya? Drishya is seen. What is the scene here in this practice of absorption? kāmādyāścittagā drśyaha. What is drishya here, the scene? The thoughts, our own thoughts are drishya. Thoughts like what? Kāmādyāha, any thought. Kāmādyāha, starting from kama. What do you mean starting from kama? Mind should immediately go to that verse. Kama, sankalpa, sandeha, is it not? Shraddha, ashraddha, hrdi, dihi, bihi, ityeva madhin. Verse number 3. 4, verse number 4. Meaning what? All the thoughts, they are all drishya. Chittagaha, kāmādyāha, chittaga. Chittaga means what? Thoughts of the chitta. Thoughts of the chitta means mental thoughts. They are all drishya. Now, how do you practice drśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi? Saccidānandaḥ cētanam dhyāyēd. Meditate upon the sakshi. Meditate upon that consciousness as a witness of these drishya thoughts. So sit down quietly, take any thought, whatever thought is there coming, you just say, I am the witness of this thought. And this witness, which is aware of these thoughts, is pure consciousness. In this way, the meditation what you practice is called as drśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi. Why it is called drśyanuviddha? Because it is associated with drishya. The starting point of that is drishya. Anuviddha, associated. Mishra, connected. How are you meditating upon the sakshi? How are you meditating upon the consciousness? You are meditating, you are shifting your attention from the seen to the seer and meditating upon the seer as consciousness. So, drishya anuviddha. So, what is the nature of the thought which will be there in the meditator? Aham sakshi cētanah. Sakshi, Cheta, I am that consciousness which is witnessing this thought, this drishya. So in this absorption, there will be one thought. Savikalpa. Vikalpa means thought. Savikalpa. Savikalpa means along with the thought. Vikalpena sahitaha. What is that vikalpa? What is the thought which is there? Aham sakshi. I am that consciousness illumining the thought. So, the beginning point of this samadhi is drishya. dṛśyasanuviddha. So even though you are beginning with drishya, finally what is happening? You are meditating upon the consciousness, but as illumining the thought. Thought is drishya. So dṛśyasanuviddha. In this samadhi, is there thought or not? Yes, there is thought. Savikalpō. What is the thought which is there? I am the illuminating consciousness. So this meditation, dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi, is number one, focused upon the sakshi. That is why antaha. This dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi has got a thought. What is the thought? I am the illuminating consciousness. Therefore, savikalpa. And because this meditation, you have used the drishya to skyrocket yourself. You use the thought to lift yourself in meditation. Therefore, it is called as, you use the drishya, the thought, drishya, to lift yourself. Therefore, it is called dṛśyanuviddha. Why it is called savikalpa? Because there is a thought. What is the thought? I am the illuminating consciousness. Savikalpa. And since no other thought is there, only this thought is there, it is called absorption, samadhi. And since it is focused upon the sakshi, it is called antaha. All these words, you should know why. Then you can practice it. So, antaha dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi. So, what is the name for this samadhi? Antaha dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi. Now, I will ask you for one term, why. You must tell, okay? Why it is called antaha? Focused on the inside sakshi, pratyagatma, one. Antaha. Why it is called dṛśyanuviddha? Because we are using a thought to come to this samadhi, a drishya. Okay? Antaha dṛśyanuviddha. Why it is called savikalpa? Because there is a single thought maintained here. There is a thought which is maintained here. What is the thought? I am the illuminating consciousness. Why is it called samadhi? Because there are no other thoughts and you are absorbing yourself only in this one thought. Clear? This is verse number 24. So how does one practice the sit quietly, the seat of meditation? Thought comes, don't be concerned. You are not the thought. I am the illuminator of this thought. I am the consciousness which is illuminating this. I am the witness consciousness. I am the illuminating consciousness. Remove all other thoughts. Just keep this thought. I am the witness consciousness. But Swamiji, when I say I am the witness consciousness, what happens to the thought? Slowly the thought also disappears. It doesn't matter. That is required. I am the illuminating consciousness. Hold on to this. I am the illuminating consciousness. I am the witness consciousness. I am the witness consciousness. I am the witness consciousness. Any other thought comes, drop it. I am the witness consciousness. Any other thought comes, I am the witness consciousness of this thought. I am the witness consciousness. 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 Only one thought. No other thought. Absorption. This is dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi for practice. So mind goes to the consciousness. I am the witness consciousness. All thoughts are left off and the witness consciousness remains. Dṛśyānuviddhā savikalpō samādhī. Antaha dṛśyānuviddhā savikalpō samādhī. Then what you do? Next go to the second step. What is that? Antaha shabdānuviddhā savikalpō samādhī. One is drishya, next is shabda. What is shabda? Shabda is not sound. Shabda here, shabda pramana. Shabda pramana is what? Shabda doesn't always mean sound. Shabda means words. The Vedanta that you have studied is what is called as shabda. The Upanishadic sentences are called as shabda. Right? Now what you should do? Once you have come to dṛśyānuviddhā savikalpō samādhī, antaha dṛśyānuviddhā savikalpō samādhī, now take assistance from the Upanishadic words that you have studied. How should I take? Next verse is going to tell you that, but I'm just going to explain to you a bit before we go to the verse. What is the nature of this witness consciousness? I am the illuminating consciousness. Is it not? This is now bringing the inputs. Once you've identified the illuminating consciousness in the seat of meditation, as I am the illuminating consciousness, now bring in the clarity what you have gained from Vedanta about the illuminating consciousness and understand it to be Brahman. Tvam Brahma Asi. How do you do that? Asangaḥ. I only said I am the illuminating consciousness, is it not? Now, what is the nature of that illuminating consciousness? Asangaḥ, saccidānandaḥ, svaprabhō, dvaitavarjitaḥ asmi. Focus your attention upon the consciousness and see its oneness with Brahman. Focus your attention upon the Tvam and don't think that you have just one spark of illuminating consciousness. I am that Asanga Brahma. I am that Saccidananda Brahma. I am that Svaprabhō Brahma. I am that non-dual Brahman. In this way, this samadhi takes you. First samadhi, what you did, you identified the witness consciousness. Second samadhi, what you are doing, you are seeing the identity of the self with Brahman. So the Upanishadic thought. You are already clear. You have understood everything. Shravana, manana, clear. Now practice this. Let the knowledge sink in. Yes, I am Brahman. Sink in. Let us read the verse.
asangaḥ saccidānandaḥ
Asangaḥ saccidānandaḥ
svaprabhō dvaitavarjitaḥ asmīti śabdavidhōyam samādhih savikalpakaḥ asangaḥ saccidānandaḥ svaprabhō dvaitavarjitaḥ asmīti śabdavidhōyam samādhih savikalpakaḥ.
So what samadhi are we going to see now? Antaha shabdānuviddhā savikalpa samadhi. Why antaha? Because it is about the sakshi. Why shabdānuviddhā? Because this samadhi is based on the Upanishadic knowledge about the consciousness. Just as how you used a thought, to skyrocket yourself to dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi, in the same way, here you are using an Upanishadic word. Upanishadic word, an Upanishadic understanding born out of those words. And then you are helping yourself to absorb in the knowledge of the self. Asangaḥ. The Upanishads you have studied, asango hi ayam purushaha. This purusha, this consciousness is untouched. Asangaḥ. Saccidānandaḥ. Satyam jnanam anantam brahma. Vijnanam anandam brahma. You have studied Vedanta. Bring that comprehension about this witness consciousness. Don't just say, I'm witness consciousness, and then there is always something witnessed. Lift yourself from the duality of witness and witnessed, witnesser and witness. Lift yourself up. Sakshi, witness, witnesser, witness is duality. Lift yourself from the duality. Know your consciousness is not just witnessing consciousness, it is an undivided consciousness. Dvaitavarjitaḥ. Svaprabhō swayam jyoti. Adrishtam drashtru Upanishad. Ekameva advitiyam Upanishad. This I am. First, lift yourself from the drishya. Come to the drik. And this drik, know it to be Brahman. And maintain this one thought. Aham. One of them you can take. Aham dvaitavarjitaḥ. One thought. Aham svaprabhō. Or aham svaprabhō dvaitavarjitaḥ. Or aham asangaḥ saccidānandaḥ svaprabhō dvaitavarjitaḥ asmi. Aham asangaḥ svaprabhō dvaitavarjitaḥ asmi. Aham asangaḥ svaprabhō dvaitavarjitaḥ asmi. Just one thought. No, Swamiji, it's too big, Swamiji. Asangosmi. Dvaitavarjitaḥ asmi. Now with Shabda Pramana, with Upanishadic wisdom, what are you doing? You are transcending that duality. Which duality? The duality of the witnesser, witnessed, which is there in dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi. But first identify that consciousness that you will do through dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi. Identify. And then with Upanishadic wisdom, learn the true nature. You have already learned. It's not learning time now. It's absorption time. Practice this. This is called as what? Shabda viddhoyam samādhih savikalpakaḥ. This is called as shabdānuviddha savikalpa samadhi. Anuviddha, associated, connected. Mishra. So what is the meditator who is practicing dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi? What will be the thought that he will be having? I am the illuminating consciousness. What will be the thought which the shabdānuviddha savikalpa samadhi? Antah. I am this non-dual consciousness. But still that I am non-dual consciousness thought is there. That is why savikalpa. Vikalpa thought. Savikalpa with the thought. Swamiji, what is wrong with thought? Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Clarity is there. But the beauty of clarity is it becomes thoughtless. My name is Swami Advayananda. Yes? Do I always keep on telling, I am Swami Advayananda, I am Swami Advayananda, I am Swami Advayananda? Do I say? Clarity, when it becomes clarity, sinks to the level of unconsciousness. Clarity, when it is true clarity, does not anymore remain as a thought. It becomes thoughtless awareness. We are making rasgulla. The mind and intellect is that rasgulla thing. We are soaking it in the Upanishadic wisdom. How do you manufacture perfect clarity? Stay with clarity thought. Let the thought immerse you and let the thought disappear in your subconscious, unconscious. Anybody calls me Advaita, I'll turn my head now and see, who's calling me? I'm not continuously meeting, aham Advayananda asmi, aham Advayananda asmi, I should not forget it, aham Advayananda asmi. And somebody calls me, yes, aham Advayananda asmi. No. Is it not? So much ingrained in me. I just respond when somebody calls my name. In the same way, this knowledge should be so ingrained that I naturally feel connected with it. So this shabdānuviddha savikalpa samadhi matures into nirvikalpa samadhi. Matures. Not mature. It's only time. So first, dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi. Antaha. We should not forget that. Antaha dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi. Next comes Antaha shabdānuviddha savikalpa samadhi. And it progresses naturally into nirvikalpa samadhi. So it's one road only. Even though we have said three variety, it is not variety. It's actually one Mahatma Gandhi road. Every city will have one Mahatma Gandhi road. And that very same Mahatma Gandhi road, the central road will be called MG road. Many times people do not know what is the MG road there. The MG road is Mahatma Gandhi road. That same MG road from here to here is given one name. Raghavendra Street. And from here to here is given Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Road. Same Mahatma Gandhi Road only is given different names. First, it is given the name Antaha Dṛśyanuviddha savikalpa samadhi. Then it is given the name Antaha shabdānuviddha savikalpa samadhi. And next it will be called as nirvikalpa samadhi. Same progress, one road. You have to walk this road. Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ ಹರಿ ಓಂ.